G'day. Here I am on National Map, having a nice lazy day. Oh good, I forgot about this coffee I made next to me. Fantastic. Because it's New Year's Day 2025. And I just procrastinating and decided to find out what is the whitest beach in the world. And the reason why is because I was browsing a holiday place which I go to, obviously Christmas, New Year holidays, and I was thinking of a trip, and then I spotted this beach which I went to. You have to bushwalk in there 14 kilometres, and then it's another 5 or 6 over the top to Refuge Cove and whatnot, and Sealers Cove and so on. It's a big 2 or 3 or 4 day camping trip, up to you. And this is in Wilson's Promontory National Park, just southeast of Melbourne where I live, about 230 odd k's. So this is a bit of a mecca come summer. And I was looking at the beach and I go, that's pretty damn white. I remember showing up on the bushwalking track, and you have to put the sunglasses on to avoid basically some sort of snow blind. It's very, very bright. And I thought, well, how does that rate against the world's whitest beaches? And there's about 3 of these beaches, Waterloo Bay being the main one. There's Little Waterloo Bay up the top here, and an unnamed beach down here, which is also just as white. I'm going to go with this one because the white dry sand, slightly wet sand, and then water, turquoise of course, over the top of white sand. This one here, on the other hand, has a darker shade, probably from more saturation waves or something. So this is the more comparable beach to the ones we're going to look at. And I went here, and it says, okay, Hyams Beach, often considered the world's whitest beach. Right, we'll have a look. I've been looking at other overseas locations as well. Here we go, Hyams Beach, New South Wales. And we'll pull up our beach here, and we'll compare that one with this one. We'll pull it out for starters. As you can see, they look pretty much the same, don't they? This is a higher latitude, so the greenery is not as green as down here in the lower latitudes of Australia. And we're going to zoom in on this beach. And as you can see, right there, and zoom in right here, basically identical, white, slightly darker at the water level and turquoise. Very, very much the same, hard to pick a difference. You could argue here, what is this dark sand underneath the white sand on top? Zoom in there. So I don't know how to compare, I'm just really zooming in there. I don't know if you can see that on the video. Okay, let's go to the next beach. So it's comparable, it's like it's splitting hairs really. What have we got next? We've got the Whitehaven Beach in the Whitsundays. I've seen this one already. There it is. And we're going to go back to our beach here. And that's looks like a reprint of Waterloo Bay. Now these are in Australia so far. In fact, if I zoom in on that, try and get some white sand there. And here, well, that one could even be whiter. Whitehaven is probably white. Well, that's because there's some shadows here. Well, let's find some shadowless sand here. Here's a spot. Something like that. It's, again, splitting hairs. How can you tell the difference? I mean, you could even argue that this one's whiter now. Depends on which patch of beach you choose. And let's go down to our bottom beach here. A little unnamed cove. Let's zoom right up. It's not big enough. The white, it's not white now. We'll have to take a nice big patch out of Waterloo Bay, or Little Waterloo Bay. Here's some whiteness here. Be yellow there. So we'll just zoom in that spot. Yeah, very, very much the same. Again, one could argue that the one on the left is potentially a shade lighter than this patch of white beach here at Whitehaven. All right, now we're going back here, and Lake Mackenzie on Fraser Island. Okay, we'll go and have a look at that one then. Have a look. Ah, bugger. Wait a minute. Ah, it's in Queensland here. All right. That's very interesting. It's a beach inside the island. There's Fraser Island up on Queensland's coast there. As you can see where it is, it's in the tropics. Very, very nice. Okay, let's zoom in here. There's our beach. We'll go back to our comparable beach. Pull out, pull out, pull out, blah, blah, blah. This is Waterloo Bay. I know it very well, as I said at the start of my video. And we zoom in here, and look, good transition there. A bit of, there's a dark sand there, as they all do when you zoom in. But we want to zoom in on the dry sand. I think that's what counts most. So we're going to zoom in. Where's that patch of dry sand? Where is it? That I zoomed in earlier. Nice big white patch. Without dunes or shadows or anything like that. There's a few lumpy bits in this, I've got to admit. Oh, we'll go up to the northern end. Where's that patch I had earlier? You could argue that these patches count as not being white. Here's a nice big white patch right here. There you go. Once again, very much the same. I think whether the sand is wet, whether there's sand dunes there, and things like that count as well. But this is the conclusive way of doing it. Just zoom right into the driest patch you can see, which doesn't have any yellow in it, and compare. They're very, very much identical again. I couldn't tell the difference between those at all. Right, okay. Zoom out of this one. So far, you're splitting hairs. This Waterloo Bay, which is not even mentioned because you have to walk 14 kilometres to get there. Hyams Beach, Whitehaven Beach, Lake Mackenzie, right? They're all in Australia and they're all white as it comes. Now I'm going to put this one in. Right, this is somewhere in Spain, in Europe, and of course, there we go. Now, just as Australia doesn't have mountains and our mountains are lame, I'm sorry, but European beaches, L-A-M-E, lame, 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 and we can immediately see with our comparison here that is simply, it looks like I've rubbed my bloody shoes on a doormat. That's how bad this is. Completely ridiculous. I'm sorry, Europe, but you have no idea what you're talking about when it comes to white beaches. I'm from Australia. It's a bit like, Australia's like having the Himalayas when it comes to mountains. Oh, this one here is hard to find. And we have no mountains, so it's like us bragging about our mountains when you've got the Himalayas in Asia. You know, it's ridiculous. So we got the beaches. We got the Himalayas of the beaches, and everyone else sucks crap. I should have said something else. Anyway, let's have a look at this other one. Apparently it's off the coast somewhere here. Oh, here it is. There's another white beach allegedly here. Oh, there's that party joint, Ibiza. That's where it is, right? They call it this beach here. What do they call it? Kalaluma. Apparently it's down here somewhere. Is that it? Yeah, here it is. Again, we're talking about, here's the widest bit of that beach, but why bother? Are you serious? Right, where else have we got Whitest beach? Okay. I'm telling you now, it's like walking onto, when you see these beaches, put on a pair of sunglasses. It's like going up the snow. You'll get snow blindness. Where the hell is this? It's in France. Here we go. Another bad effort. Oh, God, are you serious? How can you call that the whitest beach in the world? Are you? Oh, my God. That's Waterloo Bay, of course, zoomed in. The section of Little Waterloo Bay. We've got 3 in a row down there in Victoria here, where I live near Melbourne. Now, what else have we got? This is like me bragging about Mount Kosciuszko at 2,228 metres high, being a high mountain. That's our highest mountain. Oh, look at the whitest beach. This is crap. Would you look at... Oh, no, not another one. Oh, my God. Are you serious? This is white, is it? Oh, God. Here. Where are we? Look at the comparison. Where's it white? It's saturated with people. I can't get a bit of white beach. Here we go. There we go. That one's doing better. Actually, it's only a noticeable shade less. So as far as European beaches are concerned, this is about as white as it gets. It's obviously not as white as the 3 or 4 in Australia that we just looked at earlier, but it's certainly comparable. I'll give this one some kind of merit. What was it? Cala Brandicini or whatever. This This is what is it? Sardinia. Is it Sardinia? Yeah. So that's getting there. It's as good as it gets for Europe. It's like I would say that's like a Rockies peak. Getting up in the 4,000 to 5,000 meter range. As far as beaches, high mountains are concerned, if I could use that as a comparison. What else we got? Okay. Copy. Florida. Okay, we'll have a look at the USA. So this is the best they got in Florida. Let's see. The USA's got a lot of coast. They're not like Australia. Oh no. Oh no. Are you serious? Let's find a white patch with no people. I think that is as good as that gets there. So they're thinking this is white. We go back to our look. It is kind of like the last beach in Europe we saw. A little bit. It's in the ballpark. Is the kindest words I could use, but very, very stark difference nonetheless. But that's not bad. Where am I pulling out of Waterloo Bay? All right, so Navigo Beach, Greece. Obviously, people who think this is the whitest beach in the world in these countries in the USA and Europe. This one's in Greece. I'll give Greece a look. They haven't been to Australia. Now, this one has turquoise waters, which is, a good sign of a good beach. Well, let's have a look here. Is that rock? What the hell? The reason why I'm using this, that's rock. It's not beach. The reason why I'm using a national map is because of the 3D effect. This has got beautiful cliffs. Look at these cliffs. These are amazing. But I don't really see much of a beach. I'm sorry. Is that your beach? Well, we can't count that. I'm sure it's got beautiful turquoise waters, but there's virtually nothing of the beach. So I'm sorry, but that there, I can see straight away, has an element of yellow in it. All right, what are we going to do? We're going to find the best picture we can. Come on. Navigate. Well, there it is. Is that the beach? Oh, yes, it is. No, that is not the whitest sand. Sorry, not happening. No way. Look, we don't even have to zoom in. So at the end of the day, all of these other beaches around the world are like people who've never been to the Himalayas. They don't know what they're talking about. Oh, that's a high mountain in the USA, and I'm sure it is, relatively speaking. Pikes Peak, for example, or the Andes, very tall, getting up to 6,900 and something meters. But then you've got the Himalayas, where you've got 7,000 and 8,000, and Mount Everest, 8,848 meters tall, and K2, 8,611 meters. These are like, Australia has the Himalayas of beaches, if you're wondering where I'm going with that. And I've just looked at a very, very small portion of Australia. This is a very beautiful area. And I've got to say, there's got to be a dozen beaches just like this off the radar. There we go, nice big white patch right there. Off the radar that people don't know about, and comparable with the others that are known. Hyams Beach, Whitehaven Beach, Lake Mackenzie on Fraser Island. There's got to be a dozen more around Australia. That's how, it's like an unknown peak in the Himalayas that's over 7,000 metres tall, doesn't even have a name. That's what it's like when it comes to beaches in Australia. And I'll just get rid of these ridiculous comparisons from overseas here and brag about how white the beaches are here. And at least we've got something. We don't have any mountains. I'm just laughing. Let's have a look at our highest mountain here. Somewhere here. That's the winter shot. Here we go. There it is. There's our highest mountain, Mount Kosciuszko, 2,200. There's plains where people live on the plains at the bottom of mountains that are higher than this. So, just to even up my bragging about how wide our beaches are, I'd also offset that by dissing how low our mountains are. So, anyway, that's my video. See ya.